My name is Kenny Keke Ogungbe, welcoming you to Kennis 104.1 FM. Today is Tuesday, and of course, February 18, year 2020. Welcome. Of course, welcome to Press Review. The first paper we're taking a look at this morning is The Punch, with screaming headline, North destroying itself, end to quota system coming. And he has some quotation at the bottom of that screaming headline, which reads, the rest of the country cannot be invested, educating its children, producing graduates, and then they watch us. They cannot get jobs because they come from the wrong state when we have not invested in the future of our children. That's coming from Emir Sanusi. Other stories on the front page of The Punch. Federal government shortlists 200 investors for gas flare sites. Federal government expresses concern over high population growth rate. The Izani stole $2.5 billion, supported by generation of looters. That story is coming from Magu. World Bank meets over Nigeria, fresh loan request. Court restrains INEC from the registering 31 political parties. Minister wants candidates as JAM holds mock UTME today. Tension in Imo as Supreme Court sits on Hiediora's review suit today. NAP TIP charges Lebanese, 2 Nigerians with human trafficking. Anxiety as auxiliary heads or your park managers disciplinary panel. Assault, monarchs, protesters demand Oluwo's prosecution. Of course, 2 pictures on the front page of The Punch, and they have the caption, assault, monarchs, protesters demand Oluwo's prosecution. 1 billion naira fraud. Court orders arrest of ex-customs boss Diko. Agbajalingo released from 6-month detention. Police arraign Celestial Church leaders on 85 million naira fraud. Front page of The Punch. From the front page of The Punch, we take to the front page of The Guardian. Screaming headline, Buhari presidency cracks. Monguno Kyari locked in fierce battle of supremacy. Our chief of staff hijacked presidential powers. Service chiefs warned against taking orders from COS. COS is our chief of staff. Revolution validates call for Buhari's resignation, pays PDP. NNPC, ROCs release 360 million naira for Ogoni cleanup. Reconstitute panel to review Imo Guba poll verdict. PDP tells CJN. Minister wants tertiary institutions against flouting JAM template in admissions. Drug insecurity looms in Nigeria over coronavirus, says NAFDAC. Excitement as Belinil selects his first Nigerian independent film. Telcoms firms fume as Boko Haram destroys mast in Yobe. It's time to tackle insecurity, says Abdul Salami. 3 soldiers promoted for gallantry against terrorists. 2 pictures on the front page of The Guardian. Picture of Chief of Staff of the President Abba Kyari and the picture of National Security Advisor Babagana Monguno. And of course, that's all tied to Buhari presidency's cracks. And of course, that's the front page of The Guardian. From the front page of The Guardian, we take you to the front page of Daily Trust. Crack in Buhari's team as National Security Advisor accuses Kyari of sabotage. Infighting dangerous for Nigeria. Ex-military officer. Presidency moon. Anxiety in Imo, Samfara, as Supreme Court hears governorship applications today. Electricity tariff. Customers to pay 66% higher from April. 4 JAM officials abducted in Kogi. Abdul Salami expresses concern over insecurity in Nigeria. Director in Sokoto, 2 others allegedly impregnate teenager. The front page of the Daily Trust has 1 big picture, photograph of acting area controller, Nigeria Customs Service, Seme Command, Chidi Wada, with other officers inspecting intercepted kegs of petroleum products to be smuggled out of the country through Seme in Lagos yesterday. Front page, Daily Trust. From Daily Trust, we take you to Nigerian Tribune. PDP with NSA's memo, Kyari presiding over security matters is national tragedy. 2020, economic outlook challenging. Economy to grow by 2%, says IMF. Court bars INEC from registering 33 political parties. Use derivatives principle for VAT sharing, Abiodun tells FIRS. Lekon Are lived on one kidney for 46 years, says Olunloyo. Buhari will be sued over refusal to sack service chiefs, says Falana. 9 northern states responsible for Nigeria's 50% malnutrition burden, says Emir of Kano. Of course, Emir Kano also stated Awolowo's free education benefited his people. Oyo inaugurates park managers, disciplinary committee as police warns troublemakers, government to prosecute illegal park operators. Bayelsa, protesting youth demand Oshomole's sack. Alleged 1.1 billion naira fraud. Court orders arrest of ex-custom boss. The front page of Nigerian Tribune has two photographs. It has a photograph of the National Security Advisor, Monguno, and the photograph of the Chief of Staff to the President, Kyari, with a quote in between two pictures, and the quote reads, "The PDP described General Monguno revolution as a national tragedy, which it said showcases the fact that Mr. President Buhari has become so irredeemably overwhelmed to the extent that the responsibilities of his office, including presiding over every sensitive security matters, have now been taken over by his Chief of Staff, Malam Abba Kyari, who functions as de facto president." Front page, Nigerian Tribune. From Nigerian Tribune, we take you to the front page of the Nation. Illiteracy in North threat to peace, says Emir Sanusi. Masari, education partners here to banditry. Lawan, 14 million out of school kids dangerous for the country. And of course, two quotations on the front page of the Nation. 87% of poverty in Nigeria is in the north. Almost 50% of the entire malnutrition burden in the country is in the north. Boko Haram and Almajiri problems. That's coming from Emir Sanusi. Katsina Governor Masari also stated, and of course, let me read it, well, we need not only infrastructure, we need the capacity building of the people in this part. Talk about the northern part of the country. This report has been consistent. And that's coming from Katsina Governor Masari. Osun government condemns monarch's fight. Protest against Oluwo. $2.5 billion US fraud. Magu begs UK to extradite Dizaini. Auxiliary back in Oyo Park as manager. 32 supervisors for councils. IMF urges Central Bank of Nigeria to end forest intervention. Backs Finance Act 2020. Nigeria faces drugs shortage due to coronavirus, and that's coming for NAFDAC. Other stories on the front page of the Nation. Families petition Inspector General Police over Nitel land. Kwara to revoke 5,000 plots of land. And lastly, Alafin gets new baby at 81. Gunmen killed 4 soldiers, 2 civilians. All that coming from the front page of the Nation. The last paper this morning is the Vanguard, and it has headline, "Killing of Farmers by Herdsmen. 8 corpses exhumed in Delta for investigation. 2 victims burnt to ashes. 2 soldiers shot. UPU frowns on killings. Urges Buhari to stop killings. Military to investigate soldiers' involvement. Nigeria at crossroads. A reverse gear without steering." That's coming from Anglican Bishop. Christian Association of Nigeria urges Christians to unite. Buhari still popular in Borno, says presidency. Alright, other stories on the front page of Vanguard. Royal Rumble, 15 monarchs demand Oluwo suspension. 1,500 Nigerians stranded in Ghana. Apologize to travelers. Olajumoke tells British Airways. Border closure. Nigeria's neighbors should stop smuggling of banned products. And that story is coming from IMF. 2023 polls. Igbo presidency will clear Nigeria's woes. That's coming from Odimegu. Central Bank of Nigeria's forex intervention dampens backward integration. That's coming from Manufacturing Association of Nigeria Man. I was never attacked by bandits, says Amechi. Insecurity. No northern leader can be happy. Emir Sanusi laments at El-Rufai's 60th birthday. Court dismisses Kano kingmakers. Suits challenging creation of new emirates. Bayelsa Police Command extends curfew till Sunday. Amotekun. Ondo lawmakers call off recess as Oshun bill scales first reading. Naira watch on the front page of the Vanguard as Naira depreciates to 364 Naira 95 kobo to $1 at I&E window. The front page of Delta has one photograph, one of the leaders of Southwest Security Outfit Amotekun in combat regalia addressing the Ekiti State House of Assembly yesterday. The front page of Vanguard also has Mr. and Mrs. Mr. and Mrs. is a conversation between husband and wife. Here's the husband talking to his wife. Let's listen to him. You called me a useless and good-for-nothing husband. Are you saying if I'm kidnapped, you will run around to pay the ransom? Reply from the wife. Any kidnapper that chooses you has entered one chance. That wraps up today's edition of Press Review. Good morning.